I'm Pastor Aaron Harris, and welcome to my channel, which is all about financial literacy. In this video, we'll be talking about high risk, high reward, which is all about how you can take some risky investments to make some high returns. Growing up, we had a saying that says, scared money don't make money. And what that told us was that in order to get rewards, we were going to have to take some risk. When it comes to investing, high risk means that you have a chance of losing everything. High reward means that if you're successful, then you have a chance to make a whole lot of money. The biggest risk that you can take with the highest reward is being a business owner. When you look at all the billionaires in the world, all of them own something, and that's how they were able to become billionaires, because they either owned the company or they own a piece of a company or a part of a company. The only challenge with businesses is that most businesses fail. Most businesses are not profitable, and the businesses that stay in business longer than 5 years, most of them are just treading water trying to get by. And the challenge is that many people take out a business loan with a hope and a dream of being highly successful, only to find themselves in piles of debt, drowning in their decision. I know people that have emptied out their retirement and invested in their business, put everything that they had into their business, only for their business to fail. But on the flip side, if you look at people who are highly successful, multi-millionaires, billionaires that have a ton of money, they bet on themselves. They went out and they were part owners, or they owned something and it became really lucrative. They made a ton of money. So if you're looking for the number one way to get rich or to make a ton of money, a lot of money, the number one way is to own something. You will only make a certain amount of money as an employee. As an employee, your income will usually be capped. You can have some really highly paid employees, but if you want unlimited earning potential, then you have to be an owner. So the path to become a billionaire is ownership. But if you want to become a multi-millionaire, one of the easiest ways to get there is by buying property. Owning property is one of the most common ways that people become multi-millionaires. So many people are able to go out and buy one property, and as they get more equity in that property, they're able to use that to buy another property. And as they get more equity in that, they use that to buy another property, where they just continue building. And they use leverage, which is debt, which significantly increases their risk, but it allows them to gain a whole lot of money. For example, if someone goes out and they want to buy a property that's worth $500,000, then they may put $25,000 down. And so once they put that $25,000 down, $50,000 down, however much they put down, once they put that money down, then they can begin receiving equity or gaining equity as property values increases. And so they may buy a property for 500,000, but a few years later that property may be worth $600,000. Then they can go and sell the property and they can receive that equity, or they can take out a loan on that property, or they can use that equity to be able to go and buy more properties. And why that's called leverage, or why that's so powerful, is because you may have put down $25,000, but you received $100,000 in equity. And so your money is able to grow exponentially, because you're not only making money on your investment, but you're making money on money that you borrowed, which will always be more lucrative than just making money on that money. So buying properties through leverage is one of the fastest ways that you can go and grow your wealth to become a multi millionaire. Then the third and best thing that you can invest in for maximum returns is yourself. You can always invest in yourself through education, through learning, through time. And so, whatever you do, you should make sure that you are investing in yourself. By watching this video, that's exactly what you're doing right now. You're investing in yourself so that you can learn financial literacy, you learn about finances, you learn about how to make more money, and then you go out and you actually do it. So the absolute best thing that you can do is to continue investing in yourself and continue to learn more about money, how to make money, how to invest money wisely, how to gain money. And you just have to be careful that you take calculated risks, that you're not just out there taking risk and losing all of your money, but you're saying, okay, if I'm going to step out and take a risk, I'm going to make sure this is a calculated risk. I'm going to make sure that I count all the costs, just like it talks about in the Bible. Jesus said, who goes out and builds a tower without first calculating whether or not they have enough to finish the building, or else they'll lay the foundation and everybody will look at them and laugh and say, hey, look, they laid a foundation, but they were not able to finish the building. And yes, we know that passage is talking about discipleship, but we can also look at the practical application of it and look at the text at its face value, saying, do not go and start building something unless you know that you're going to be able to finish it. And so when you're taking a risk, then you want to make sure that it's calculated and you want to make sure that you can finish the task that you started. Because the last thing I want you to do is take out a whole lot of debt and get yourself into financial trouble to where you're drowning and you cannot climb out of the mess that you climb into. So the best ways and fastest ways to grow wealth is first through ownership, second through buying property, and third through investing in yourself. So if you learned something from this video and you enjoyed it, then continue investing in yourself by watching my next video, which will tell you more about investing.